I'm out of money and have to close my business. I'm terrified. Throwaway, as I know people on Reddit. My business is out of money and I'm so much debt from COVID. I don't know how this is going to affect my life. I'm so scared. I worked so hard for 9 years and have nothing but trauma to show for it. I planned on having enough to pay my employees for the rest of the month. But now it looks like I can only pay them for the remainder of this pay period and close as early as next week. I have an SBA loan, credit card debt. I owe an investor and I owe a loan from a processing company. I also am behind in employment and excise tax. I also have to break my lease. I should have closed when COVID started. But I really thought things would get back to normal. They haven't. I kept things going as long as I could and I'm disgusted with myself for letting my employees down. But the restaurant business has not bounced back and I spent every penny I had to keep it going. Does anyone have advice? How do I start addressing this debt? Will I lose my house? My car? I haven't paid myself in years. I don't even know where to begin. Except I know I have to close. It's an LLC, S Corp. Thanks for any advice. I'm so scared and devastated. Visit a local SCORE office. They are retired business owners who can give you advice. As someone who opened a place 2 years ago, you're living my nightmare. I'm often up at night thinking of how I can put my personal assets into a corp or something to mitigate this scenario. But thankfully I'm not there yet. X200B. Godspeed. I hope it ends well for you. Hit me up if you want someone to chat with. Please be kind to yourself first. I know it's cheap talk from an internet stranger, but forgiving yourself for what you're going through is going to be important to helping you survive it. Have you thought about finding a counselor to help you mentally process everything? Filing for bankruptcy may be an option. That would be a good restart. It looks like you over-leveraged yourself to stay afloat like the rest of us. And now the tide may have come this way. But don't give up. You may have options. May not be ethical. But it's business. Look into bankruptcy. Seek to speak to your legal counsel and find out your options. Godspeed. Pay off your payroll taxes, sales tax liabilities before anything else. You need a bankruptcy attorney. You very likely personally guaranteed all of the business loans, credit cards. I am not a lawyer. But I think the point of an LLC, maybe an S Corp, is to separate business finances from personal finances. Can you reach out to an SBDC in your area for support advice? Best of luck. This must be so hard. This is what bankruptcy is for. Call a lawyer first thing Monday morning. Alternatively, if you were totally debt-free, would this business be profitable? If so, you have a sellable asset. Sell it and walk away with a soft landing or less debt. Potentially. File for bankruptcy op. There's nothing wrong in closing down, by the way. So don't even beat yourself about it. Bankruptcy. You'll be fine. Don't give up. Op. I'm in the exact same situation. Reading your post was like looking in a mirror. I'm really sorry that you're going through this. I see a lot of great advice in the comments here. DM me if you want to lean on each other through this journey. I'm feeling your pain. There's lots of good thoughts here. One thing that stands out: you do not owe your investor money. You owe them management. And the best management may be to shut down. You're an LLC. Close the business and open a new one. With similar name. Hire back employees. No debt. No investor. While you're at it, open a holding company in Delaware. The holding company owns the LLC. Then create a trust and list yourself as a trustee for the holding company. In Delaware, no one can find out trustees unless it court-ordered. Even then, most judges won't. When your LLC fails, open another one under the holding company. Pay yourself royalty to the holding company from LLC. Holding company moves money to trust. Trustee takes out as much money as needed. Tax-free. I'm sorry for what you're going through right now. It's a scary time for small businesses. I've been in business for 5 years and things aren't looking too great. Just try to keep focused on the future. There's a lot of things that happened recently that really hurt small businesses. Try to look at this as a learning experience and not as a complete failure. You'll be able to use what you've learned throughout your time running the restaurant in the future. I wish I had more specific advice and I'm sorry I don't. I wish you the best. I am so sorry you are going through this. I know you will find a way through this. You started a business and tried every day. That is more than most people can say. Best of luck to you, Op. Sorry, man. Things will get better. I know you'll bounce back. Look of triumph. Immediately consult with your accountant and lawyer. I've been down this road and there are right turns and wrong turns. It is survivable and you will come out from this. Learn from it and apply to your future employment or your next venture. It's usually cheaper than business school with a better education. Good luck and keep your head up. My mother went through a similar situation. She owned a restaurant business and invested heavily only to run out of money at the end. It took a heavy toll on my mom, but after about 5 years she recovered and got into real estate. She's doing good now financially and has more freedom than before when she owned the restaurant. Sadly, you need to go over every piece of paper and see what you've personally guaranteed. I hope for your sake none of your debt is personally guaranteed. Please contact a bankruptcy attorney immediately. They can help guide you through your situation. Lots of people get in over their heads. And that is why bankruptcy court exists. You will get through everything. Stay strong. After talking with a bankruptcy attorney, close immediately. And get a job. That's my opinion. Whether you go wait tables, or work for a company that helps restaurants, or become a general manager of a Popeyes, do something. Get some income in. It will take the stress off. It will be humbling. But almost every business owner has had to do it at some point in their life. I see people on Reddit all the time that feel they deserve a share in company profits. Maybe ask your employees to share in the company debt. Person shrugging. All sarcasm aside, I hope the best for you, OP, but this is the risk-reward of business ownership. I'd assume LLC should alleviate some personal risk, but I'd consult a lawyer. File for bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a tool. Tools are helpful in life. Quit stressing. You're in the US. You get to try again in 7 years if you want. Slightly smiling face, guessing you won't want to. But that's not the point. You're fine. Your employees are fine. They're restaurant workers. They're not brain surgeons. They can go down the street and apply at IHOP for a bit. Cut yourself some slack. The government is even set up for this to happen to people exactly like you. You're not alone and you won't be the last. Brush the dirt off. Drink a Coors Light. And move on. This may seem kinda dumb. But share your story on social media. Anywhere you can think. It's a last-ditch effort to get more business, and if your food really is good, then people will come from all different places to try it. Just a thought.